Oh, yeah. Hello, and good day. Good Sunday, good almost fall days to you all out there. Welcome, man. It is time to talk about wrestling. Hey, life is changing right before y'all eyes for so many different reasons. And the most important thing to leave with from the show, obviously, besides the great content, is that there will be no show on September 15th, but get to that later. Let's get to that wrestling first. So you are now tuned in to, hey man, the greatest wrestling podcast in the world, where you can speak as you are and be who you are and be accepted and appreciated. It is time for the First Black Champ podcast, and I am the pick. Yes, the podcast Intercontinental Champion, Camp from the Port.
And I am JR Bang. Make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download to the Ravishing Network, home of First Black Champ. You can watch us on not only our YouTube page, but you can watch us on the Ravishing Network, Twitter, and YouTube as well. Make sure you go ahead and get that merch this fall. Go ahead and get that hoodie right there. Dang. So y'all know what it is. I'm not wearing a hoodie today because, of course, today is the start of football season.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I got to rock anything Bears right now.
Absolutely.
You know, I know that camp is in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah, man.
So not going to say anything derogatory to him, but the city that he lives in and all of the surrounding areas kiss my ass today.
Yeah, hey, man. At the end of the day, I was born in Illinois. I was raised in Illinois. So this week it's, bear down, ho.
Hey.
Bear down, ho.
So y'all already know what it is. While we talk wrestling on this show, it would be dumb of us not to mention this holiday, the first day of full slate of games on the NFL roster.
True.
I went to Walmart this morning, Kent, and it was just a different feel in Walmart. Even last year, and I remember last year at this time, I embarrassed myself on here. It was Bears Packers. I was telling everybody the Packers is going to the ghetto. We're going to whoop their ass. And they came out flat. And I was very embarrassed about that. We ain't going to do that this year because I feel like the Bears are going to come out with a bit more fire, a bit more enthusiasm. The DJ gonna be cranking up all of the, as Scott says, all of the Lil Durk B-sides. And we're gonna get a win today. Yeah. I think I said on the show I have the Bears winning 30-10.
Let's go.
Caleb got two touchdowns in the air. Roma Dunze is gonna get his first touchdown too. Swift is gonna get one as well. Yeah, bear down.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to hear from you on this, because obviously with Fields there was high expectations for the offense.
Yeah.
Give me kind of a compare contrast, like, because it sounds like he has new weapons as well. But what is your confident meter for Caleb versus the confident meter that you had for Kyle?
Well, let's say it like this, man. When Justin was here, I was like, I think we got somebody.
I'm sorry.
I ain't saying that. Are you good? But with Caleb, I ain't saying that shit. I know we got it. I told the dude at Walmart, he kept saying, I think. I said, hey, stop saying I think, fam. We got him. This is the first time as a football fan that win or lose, unless we just flat out get our ass whooped, win or lose, I'm going to be all right. Okay. Finally figure out how it feels to be like a San Francisco 49er fan in the 80s, a Dallas Cowboy fan in the 90s, where if we lost that random ass game, we was like, all right, well, about to go get drunk and still kick it because we going to be straight. I feel like that's where we're going to be. Where win or lose, we're not going to be stressed out. I ain't stressed out with Justin. And after that Green Bay Packer game, I knew it was over. Like once we lost it the way that we lost, I was like, all right, this is a wrap. And we started the season bad. Now, towards the end of the season, when we went on a little run and stuff, I was happy. But it always still coming to the game like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like with Caleb, I don't have to be nervous about a game no more.
Wow.
I said this on some dude, like watching the Bears for the last 10 years, especially, like Rosie Perez on White Man Can't Jump. You lose. And sometimes when you lose, you win. Sometimes when you win or lose, you actually tie. Sometimes when you tie, you don't actually win or lose. Like I felt like that. And Woody Haslam, like, man, get your ass up out of here with that shit. Like I felt like that. Now I'm just like, yo, we're gonna be all right. Kendrick Lamar, we're gonna be all right. And I think we are gonna be all right. So I can't wait till 12 o'clock Central, 1 o'clock Eastern. I got the wings seasoned and ready to get fried.
There we go.
I got the pasta ready to get cooked. I told my father, I said, hey, go to the store, get what you want. This is a day of celebration.
Okay.
Because we feel all right today. And whether we win, I believe we're gonna win against Tennessee. I'm sorry.
For sure.
I think Will Levis's ass.
It's something
but if Will Levis and the Tennessee Titans come out and whoop our ass, I'll be like, okay, now we got to reassess. Yeah. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Like when Green Bay whooped our ass last year, I felt like I had to reassess my whole year. Mental health matters.
Yeah, it definitely does. So you know what? Since I'm in one of the cities and you're in one of the cities, I do got to tell you. Talking to some Titans fans last night, since the last week, and of course, an abundance of Bear fans because hey, we here. There is a whole bar on East Nashville dedicated to people just like you, Bang. And if you do make it out here during the season, we'll have to go to it. Like it's literally orange and blue. Like
that's what I'm talking
about. yeah. So I'll say this, even though I look at the Tennessee Titans as a middle of the road team. Like they're one of those, they can give you 8 a year, they can give you 10 a year. That's what I've seen since I've been here, my 4 years. I will say that now that Derrick Henry is gone, now that King Henry is no longer on the throne, they are not giving their team a shot in hell to do anything. Who gonna do? Yeah. And I was just like, well, I was like, man, you got to think. I mean, it looks like they possibly improved the O-line at the wrong time, but at least your new quarterback will be straight. Like, we ain't got King Henry.
I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Yeah, I was like, well, you know, Eddie, you know, he still lives here. He still lives here. He looks in great shape out there on the
man. So yo, we can go grab Ed if you want.
You know what I mean? Or you can just do what we got. And surprisingly, also, there was some Malik Willis love, even though he's on Green Bay. Now there's like, yo, we should have kept him. I'm like, oh wow.
Hey. The Malik Willis era in Green Bay is about to begin for at least 3 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. Maybe this is the gift that keeps giving for Bears fans. Or maybe Malik Willis looks like that damn Randall Cunningham, and we all out here pissed.
Yeah, hey, man. Hey, listen, I won't lie. When I seen he was the second string, was it last year during the preseason? I was rooting for him. I was like, yo, I got to buy the black quarterback jersey in Tennessee. I thought he was going to stay. Now I just look crazy. So, but only because I've had conversations with some of the fans that are like, yo, they keep changing coaches and coordinators on him. That's why he's not doing what we need him to do. So I'm just going to send healing and best of blessings energy to Malik Willis. Even though you're going to Green Bay. I mean, look, we support all of our black people. And
except the quarterback in Green Bay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, and even though, you know what I'm saying, it made the optics maybe on the front may be different. I want to touch, even the white Tennessee fans were supporting you. So, you know what I mean? So, hey, Shout out to Malik Willis. Even though you play the Bears, it's fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, depending on what happens with Jordan Love's knee. They said he's 3 to 6 weeks, but depending on anything else, hey man, Malik Willis might not ever see a Bears team on the field unless something happens. But not gonna put no bad juju over here, man.
Yeah,
just saying that we don't fuck with you if you wear green and gold. So with that being said, hey, look, that was a good football talk. Y'all can see all of that. I know 79 for Hallis is probably going to be doing something after the game today. What else? I know we're going to be talking about it on I Ain't Gonna Hold You tomorrow. So y'all be ready to check that out as well right here on the Barbershop Digital. But on this show right here, we talk wrestling. Yeah. We're about to go ahead and get started with Can't Be Knowin. Can't Be Knowin.
Hey.
You called it.
Yeah, man. And again, when you call it, it's cool to call it, but I don't like to be right about a lot of these things, but the writing was completely on the wall. After the valiant effort in the 2 out of 3 falls match, there was never going to be we don't have creative for Sami Zayn conversation in 2024, especially not as we close out summer in the fall. That's just not going to happen. Sami Zayn has worked himself into a position where there was always creative for Sami Zayn. And I think it's been like that since he was a Canadian Castro. I think it's always been some form of creative for him. He took the belt off of Gunther at WrestleMania. But he loses. Oh wait, he won at SummerSlam. I'm sorry. But I'm kind of distributing the torch really for a new young guy to run and rule things. But now, since they had to get Gunther's first title defense off SmackDown, I just knew. I just knew the rematch, if you will, for Gunther, Sami Zayn was going to happen this way. And lo and behold, it absolutely did. But this one going to go different, though. This one going to go different. No question about it.
Yeah, he ain't winning shit.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, let's let it be. He at this point in time for this feud, he's just a hand.
Yeah.
And it's to extend a rivalry. Now, I think they had some more plans for Sami Zayn coming up a little bit later in the year. Mm-hmm. But he ain't defeating Gunther.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it makes a good story that I beat you at WrestleMania. I could beat you at Bad Blood.
Right.
But that's all that's gonna happen. He's gonna get his ass beat at Bad Blood, and then Gunther gonna be like, "See, I told y'all not to fuck with me. I'm a whole different animal right now,
right?
Whole different breed right now." Which is why I had said on last week's show, I feel that, if anything, Bad Blood should be a triple threat match at this point with Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, and Gunther. But I think we're gonna get that probably for Survivor Series. There, because I think we'll talk about it later. Okay. But not only do I think we are headed for Hell in a Cell, I think Monday is going to be the reason why we're headed to Hell in a Cell.
Okay.
Somebody gonna get Claymore.
To hell. Claymore to hell.
We gonna talk about that. But also what we know that's headed our way is our man Bronson Reed was out here with COVID.
Yeah, man.
So they had to replace him with the dude he whooped. He splashed on the hood of the top of a car.
Yeah, like a Chrysler 2 or 300, I think it was.
Right. So he was like, "Look, I think I could do it. I'm out here. Put me in a match." Braun Strowman, now along with Pete Dunne, Dragunov, and Jey Uso are in the number 1 contenders match for the Intercontinental title to fight Braun Breaker.
Yeah, man.
So out of those 4, who do you feel like should win? Who do you feel like will win and go up against Braun Breaker?
Well, see, what's difficult for this for me is that I was hoping Evil Conan O'Brien was going to come out of this one. Evil Conan O'Brien, y'all may know him as my guy Ludwig Kaiser You know what I mean? So when I saw the matches, I was like, yo, Evil Ludwig Kaiser is gonna win this. And he's gonna face Braun Breaker, and maybe, just maybe, Gunther helps Kaiser beat Braun Breaker. But I do expect this run to be a little longer than probably many people expect. So I don't care if he doesn't win. Now, they're already throwing it out there that Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker needs to happen. Like, it just needs to happen now. Especially when you get to talk about parents. So, and not for nothing, I'm going for Jey Uso because it's time for him to win something that matters. I'm picking Jey Uso. Dragunov, another one. I didn't expect to be in this match, even though obviously he's on the roll. He's having some really good performances. Matter of fact, and I'm not even a fan of a dude like that outside of him doing the conductor shit. But he's doing well. I don't believe in Braun Strowman winning anything. I don't believe in none of that. And even though, shout out to the WWE for respecting the old CDC rules, you know what I'm saying? Respecting the 2020, respecting the 2020 COVID layout and guidelines. I'm gonna go Jey Uso because at the end of the day, I think they are trying to get like as much heel moments as they can out of Braun Breaker, but at the same time, you hit this wall where, hey, look, two of the best or two of the hottest guys got to meet because it's the fourth quarter. So I'm going to pick Jey Uso.
Man, I don't want Jey Uso to win because I don't want Jey Uso to lose to Braun Breaker.
I feel that.
Whoever wins is not going to beat Braun Breaker at Bad Blood.
Yeah.
Maybe at Survivor Series, but I already think they got Bloodline Civil War slated for Survivor Series. So I don't want this to be a one-off.
Mm-hmm.
That's what. So when I look at Jay, I'm like, nah, I don't want Jay to lose this match, so I don't want him to win.
Mm-hmm.
Dragunov and Breaker be having good matches.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I don't even know how Dragunov's still around here moving because he has the stiffest pause matches that I've seen in quite some time. He looks like he legit wants to hurt somebody. He looks like he legit gets hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He done whatever. So I'm going to take a page off your book.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
I'd rather Braun Breaker be the person to destroy Braun Strowman.
Hey.
And to make his title reign look even bigger.
Hey, listen. I am not opposed to that. I just don't believe in Braun Strowman winning matches that matter.
I mean, I feel you. I feel you.
Right.
I just think like, yo, if this is going to be I don't think this match matter in the grand scheme of things.
Hey, listen, you on to something here. You're on to something here because, they'll try to play he was hurt, ribs, whatever. It was like, no, Braun Breaker would have beat you anyway. So I do like the concept of Braun Breaker seemingly beating someone that's twice his size and handily. Pause if that was needed. Even though I just want to see Jey Uso in better booking. Now I sound like some of y'all out there. Like, now I want better booking for Jey, but
so you don't want to be his daddy? Because Rikishi pissed right now, fam.
Hey, you know what? He not wrong. He's not wrong. And that's the bad part. That's the worst part about it. Like, Rikishi do be talking, and he be talking so he can release his freestyles eventually. But he's not wrong about Jey, though. Like, he's not wrong. He's like, yo, my son hot. You need to come on. Like, what we doing? Like, he should have had one of these belts already. And he's not wrong. Now he doing basically him, Rhea, and Damian are too cool.
Damn. I don't like that shit either. Like when Rhea was like, yeet out.
Right.
Rikishi about to be pissed. He gonna be on Twitter. Yeah. He about to be pissed.
Yeah,
and
man.
then it's like Rhea and Freaky Undertaker and Jay. So it's like, what they doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really going on? I hope they don't try to make them like a little too cool.
Yeah.
A little triangle action. I hope that's not the case, man. If so, I feel for Jay in this case, and not necessarily for anybody else. Because I've said on this show for the last 2 weeks that Donnie, you're a fool too. My thing is I think it's best in a history making moment if they just put the Terror Twins in a match with the Judgment Day for the tag team titles on the line.
Yeah.
Every time I see Rhea Ripley fight Liv Morgan, don't get me wrong, Liv Morgan is the champ. She was put over. But it seems like anytime she fights her, she's going to need help.
Facts.
She be throwing Liv around like a rag doll, fam. Like, it don't even be. Last Monday wasn't even funny. Now I'm like, yo, you taking liberties, G. Like you whooping her ass, fam.
Yeah.
Over a nigga who you was basically dominating, which is wild as hell too. When you bring BDSM shit into it. But man, oh man, I would rather see Rhea Ripley be a tag champ than Rhea Ripley being a woman's champ. So that's why I'm hoping at Bad Blood they don't put Damian Priest and Jey Uso in the match because of what you saw on Monday. I hope Jay be like, yo, this was a one-time thing, but I got to try to get this Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why I'm not picking them, because I got the strangest feeling that Finn Balor or JD McDonough is going to cost Jey Uso the match.
Damn it. Okay. Yeah.
And he's going to have to get involved in a tag team match. I don't even think Jay want to be a tag teamer anymore. Yeah. Let's stop putting people where they don't want to be at. Let's start putting people where they could be great at. And yeah, I would love a fall feud between Braun Breaker and Jey Uso. Just feel like we're not going to get that. And what we're going to get is the Terror triplets or some shit versus the Judgment Day, which I don't want. I don't like that. I'm straight.
Yeah. Same. It's yeah, man. We're running the risk. We're running the risk of ruining a couple characters here. And those characters are Rhea Ripley and Jey Uso. What I don't want to happen here with Rhea specifically, and I'm going to say this now as I see her smiling too much, is that I don't want Rhea to lose everything that made her the hottest woman in wrestling for the last year and a half. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. We still enjoy the pins and we still getting those. I love all the excessive crotch chopping and inviting people to her labia. I'm here for that. But yo, you smiling a little too much, Rhea. And you have a good smile, but yo, no. It's still 2023. Still 2023 in my mind. Tone it down just a little bit. Keep the fantasy alive. You know what I'm saying? Keep the fantasy alive. But yeah, I could absolutely see everything that you see with this Terror Twins getting a third to go against the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I don't want that shit. Yeah. Speaking of that, I didn't put this in the notes. What are you tired of? Not only just in the WWE. Okay. What are you tired of in wrestling? Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm tired of?
Yeah.
Tired of title celebrations.
Yeah.
I'm good off of the title celebrations. It's all gonna go the same way. It's gonna be some balloons. It's gonna be different tarp in the ring.
Yeah.
the champ is going to be like, yo, I did it. Either they're going to be like, I did it with the help of you all, or I did it without the help of you all. Then the next opponent is going to come out. And they're going to be like, yo, I want to fight you. The end. Yeah. I'm tired of title celebrations. Somebody might get choke slammed. The champ might get choke slammed into a table. Mm-hmm. Or the person that comes out with the challenge might get choke slammed. Mm-hmm. Tired of that shit. What say you?
I got you. I like that one. I like that one. And I raise you. I am tired of the life story promo. I'm tired of you don't know what I've been through to get here. You don't know after 10 years how much I've done to make this moment happen. I'm super sick of that. I am super sick of that. And it ain't because of Cody either. All right? Because Sami Zayn got one. Damian Priest got one. Hey, Carmelo Hayes low-key got one. Andrade got one. LA Knight got one. Like, there, it is hard. You hard pressed to find a wrestler today who ain't got the man. I was broke. I was homeless. Wrestling school cost $200 and I had 27 cents. And, I was overweight and I was fat. I don't have athletic ability, but yet I made it. Like, yo, everybody has that story. What happened to showing up to wrestling and being the fucking man already? like, yo, when Ravishing Rick Rude came, it was just like, yo, hey, no, I'm lit. Like, yeah, look at my ravishing body. I'm about to beat niggas up.
Where's Bobby Heenan today?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, listen. When Mr. Perfect debuted, first of all, he threw better than Randall Cunningham. He hit better than Wade Boggs, and he was sinking hole-in-one. He could throw bullseye darts, and then he did the perfect plex. I'm like, oh man, hey, lit. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just too many sob stories in wrestling to the point that it's cheapening it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember when they tried to sell us on the fact that Liv Morgan was trailer trash?
Yeah.
It was like, yo, come on, man. Like, one, I don't even believe it just because of the look on her face. But it's like, yo, like, no, man. Like, I don't care. Like, sell me more fantasy than how tough life is for you. Everybody going through something. Shout out to Neil and Pitbull, man.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to Pitbull for having the stadium named after him too. First black champ. We were talking about things that we hate in wrestling. Make sure you tweet us at the FBC POD and you can let us know what you hate. You can hit us up on Instagram as well. All of our platforms. Me at JR Bang, Camp at Camp from the Port. Yeah. Because there's a number of things that I do hate. I hate Giants not being able to be Giants and Monster Hills not being able to be Monster Hills. Yeah, man. Hey, honestly, if you pass 350 pounds, fam, you should not be losing to Rey Mysterio Jr.
Yeah.
Or Akira Tozawa.
Also with this, if you're over 350 pounds, you shouldn't need a chair.
That too.
Yo, like, I don't know. One more, and I'll be quick.
Wait a minute. Unless you're going to throw that shit like Braun Strowman threw that shit at Roman Reigns. That shit is still hilarious to this day.
Yeah.
He threw that chair dude ass like it was a goddamn snowball.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do that shit. You can't just hit niggas with a regular chair shot.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there used to be a time in wrestling where if you were 6'9" or taller, you were the equalizer. Now the equalizer needs an equalizer.
Right.
I'm off that.
But what more you got?
Man, I would say you did title celebrations. I had one and I blanked out that quick. So, but that hey, Joe, not for nothing. And I'm sorry to the ladies on this one.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, you know what? Because they now they oversaturated. I'm tired of the triple, quadruple power bomb, suplex, superplex in the corner.
When like somebody's on the top rope, you're about to get somebody a suplex.
Yeah.
And then somebody else jumps, so they're about to do the double suplex. So then they bring the strongest woman in or the strongest man in to do the power bomb, and then everybody falls, and then the crowd starts.
Yeah. Yep. Tired of that. Super tired of that. Hate seeing that. I hate seeing that in fall of 2022. I hate seeing that. That's how long I've hated that.
Well, you're going to get that shit in the women's war games at the very least.
Yep.
You know that shit's coming.
Exactly.
That spot never fails to not happen and like multiple people against each other.
Yeah.
Like 3 and 6 and 3, 6, 8-man tags. We gonna get that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. The Tower of Doom spot.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight with that too. Because it's like you can call it. As soon as somebody go over on the corner and they put them up, and then they
you
already know. The person like, oh, come on, man, y'all about to do this shit. Then everybody sit on the ground for like a minute and a half, and yeah, I'm straight on that too. Yeah. You right.
Yeah,
you right. I might have one more. I might save it for the end of the show. But man, hey, the biggest news from, let's just say, the WWE side of things is coming up. But before we get to that, I know you probably it's been a busy couple of weeks for you, but I want to salute Swerve Strickland and Adam Hangman Page.
Okay, let's do it.
When I say that segment on Wednesday's AEW might have been the best segment they've ever had.
Okay.
I don't feel like it's a hot take. I don't feel like we're doing too much. Basically, to explain, now that Swerve is not the champ anymore, he's back engaged. Well, he was back engaged with a feud with Adam Hangman Page.
Okay.
Basically, at that death match, that shit to me was more death than we needed. We've had a lot of personal issues with these guys, of wrestling personal issues. So Swerve had announced that he bought his childhood home in Tacoma.
Oh wow!
Adam Hangman Page decided to commit arson.
Hey, wait. Okay, now wait a minute, because you might have sold me the rest of the year now. They burned it down, house.
My man was sitting in front of a burning house in a rocking chair. Like, fuck your house, nigga. I was like, oh, I'm invested. Nah, it's hard to get me, even though we do a wrestling podcast, it's hard for me to get invested fully in some things because if you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing arson in this way. In this way.
Yeah.
Like that was, it was like, okay, yeah. Okay, y'all got it. So then I watched the part of the steel cage match. I gotta watch the whole thing. I watched part of it. And I said to myself, don't nobody need to do a steel cage match for the next 2 weeks. Y'all need to.
Okay.
Y'all need to. Because them two gave us steel cage match, and I feel like it was enough. Keep talking, because hold on. I think my father don't remember that I'm recording.
Oh, good. Hey, listen. Hey, look, no.
Yeah.
Arson, if there is a new arson like segment, I'm here for it because we haven't truly raised the bar on arson in wrestling. I think about the Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton joint, and outside of Randy Orton like posing in the fire, I was just like, this ain't really, you know what I'm saying, the greatest like arson segment, you know what I mean?
Right.
But if you're talking about Hangman Adam Page, is just sitting outside, the ashes and debris in a
Yeah.
rocking chair. I need to see that.
No, you need to see it. And Brando said some shit that I thought was not only right.
Oh, he was a syringe, like like in Straight Outta Compton, like yo.
Oh, they had everything that the hood would have if you're wrestling in the alley.
Okay, it looks like we're raising the bar. Looks like those edge checks are cashing in.
Yeah, I was like, yo, is that a needle? Is that a needle? Like, is
this bombed?
Yeah, like, yo, is this a needle? Are we about to inject somebody with heroin or something? Like, what are we doing?
Yo.
Yeah, if it's what? Hey, look, AEW. I think y'all been watching like Frontier Martial Arts Wrestling or some shit, and GCW. One thing y'all get right is like death matches and matches that involve weapons. We said on the show, and let me remix what we said, because there was a couple of people that tried to call us out on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
When we say WCW, we mean NWA WCW. We are not talking about Hulk Hogan Faces of Fear. We're not talking about we're talking about when the Four Horsemen was running rampant and breaking Sting's leg. All right. We're not talking about the ding dongs. When we said back in our day, we thought the WCW was the closest to real wrestling as you can get. We're talking about NWA WCW.
Yeah.
Once you get fully invested in the WCW, we ain't talking about the ding dongs versus.
Hey, man, listen. Fuck all that. I don't know which one of y'all that was born in 1994 or 95 is trying to tell us what we talking about. But motherfucker, everything that we said, everybody knew exactly. We were talking about Sid Vicious.
Right.
What are you talking like? We talking about Sid Vicious. Like, that's already putting you in a time that we're not even talking about. Like, so hey, it is what it is. So yeah, no. And hey, look, in wrestling, gimmicks been a thing. So that ain't even saying that doesn't really matter, because shoot, when it was happening in real time in 1996, hey, the NWO invasions look real as hell.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? That they had bats and bandanas and people was getting beat up backstage. Like, they even tell the story in a doc, if y'all checking them out, how the NWO backstage brawl incited the real police.
Man, like they had the hand on the gun, like.
Yeah, so like, so that lets you know, like, yeah. Hey, but when it comes to real moments, WCW, NWA, WCW, they just have a far greater clip. You know what I'm saying? They got a far greater clip. Hey, yeah. Yeah. See, hey, the people that really know.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
But with that being said, all in Chicago, I could have went, had a house full, couldn't go. I'm mad that I didn't go. But that specific match, and one of our favorites, Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander. Oh, hey. One thing AEW gets right is that shit. But hey, man, it's Swerve. Boy, let me tell you, I think there are people who watched that match last night and had their hand over their kid. I like, nah, you can't watch this. Oh, those kids here, right? You know, we bring our kids. There was some guy that was like, you know what, we bring our kids here. Right. What are you doing? You know we bring our kids here. That match right there, let me say, I don't want to say I didn't care for anything else.
Okay.
Because John Moxley and Cesaro tried to commit murder last night. Hey, if you heard what we just said about the steel cage match,
right?
And Willow and Chris, they put a plastic bag over Daniel Bryan's head and turned heel.
Whoa.
Now when I was like, now we going too far. Some kid, I don't think no kid got no access to no syringe, my nigga. Like, but when you put a plastic bag on somebody else's head and try to smother them in white t-shirts, look, somebody said on social media that the character, the portrayal that John Moxley is trying to do is for some old ass 1990s Russell Crowe movie where he was basically like a neo-Nazi, some type of American History X type shit.
Yeah,
I didn't believe that shit
until
him and Cesaro came out in white t-shirts. That's when I was like, when Kent was talking about that higher learning shit last week, like, oh, okay. They really gonna come out with the higher learning gear, right? You just gonna come out here with the white t-shirt, black pants, y'all both bald. What are we doing here, John Moxley?
Right.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. See, I seen a little bit of that on X, because I gotta call it X, right?
No, you know, it's just Twitter.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, wait, is this real? I was like, I got to get back to this. And I never got back to this. But now that I've seen that, I got a day off coming before my days off. So I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to get up to speed, as they say.
Hey. Oh man, look, don't mind you getting up to speed on this one, because it was. And now last night at All In Chicago, that was the closest to real that I've seen in a wrestling match in quite some time. Like, we just gonna come to Chicago and be violent, huh, Tony Khan? All right, I see you.
Right.
I know what you're talking about. All right, man, let's move on to, so we talked about this when the TKO deal was announced with SmackDown. So for those who might be under a rock, this Friday was the last episode of SmackDown on Fox.
Yeah,
SmackDown will be going to the NBC networks, basically USA. But something was in the deal that we had talked about when it was announced that I know I was extremely excited for, because I've been asking for this. Hell, we had a debate on this show about this. Well, something coming, something in the form of Saturday night's main event. Now, in the deal with TKO had with Comcast NBC, it was announced that they would have 4 primetime specials. So we said on that show then, yo, it's coming back. It's coming back. It's lit. Now it's announced that there's an announcement coming very soon. Now, I want to split this up a bit, because I don't think people really realize or understand what I'm about to say. There's Saturday night's main event, and then there's the main event.
Yes.
Saturday night's main event is an hour of a couple of jobber matches surrounded by 2 matches that matter. So, like, you'll get a match. And I was getting ready while getting ready for this segment. I was watching Saturday night's main event episodes this morning. So you'll get an episode like Macho Man versus Iron Mike Sharp, or you'll get an episode of the Honky Tonk Man and Brutus the Barber Beefcake versus the Killer Bees. But then you will get Hulk Hogan versus Nikolai Volkov, or whoever's the Intercontinental Champion versus a worthy competitor. Now, I said Hulk Hogan versus Nikolai Volkov, like Nikolai Volkov really had a chance. But back in that day, this is even past our day, because we remember Nikolai Volkov as a Bolshevik that always lost to anybody other than a jobber. So before you wrestling nerds come and be like, Nikolai Volkov, like y'all did with Greg the Hammer Valentine, you guys don't know the wrestling. We came into the world.
Right, exactly.
Nikolai Volkov was a Bolshevik they only beat jobbers.
Yeah.
And then Boris Zukov was like, fuck this, and whooped Nikolai Volkov's ass.
Yeah.
And then Nikolai Volkov started singing the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah. And hanging
we
with
know, right now we know that Nikolai Volkov was a tag team champ.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that was probably the most shocking champion I've ever realized was a champion when we found out. And that's a question that I'll have for you later. Like, what? Since people get down on us when we talk about the wrestlers,
right?
I'm gonna ask you. Just start thinking about this now. When fellas was looking at the show, everybody was looking at the show. If you watch wrestling, who was a wrestler that you were shocked when you found out they was a champ before and that? Like, because when I found out that Nikita Koloff was a tag team champ, I was like, hold the what the fuck did happen? So, with that being said, SmackDown goes to the USA. It's coming Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're going to miss it because you will be already in Vegas.
Yeah. But you never know. You never know.
You might be. See what the fuck going on. Now, 4 primetime specials, like I said, Saturday night's main event. Then there's the main event. The main event is the shit that changed the course of wrestling. The main event is Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, round 2. But to the old wrestling heads, it's like round 15. We know that. We talk about this version of Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, the rematch from WrestleMania 3.
Yes.
And Andre the Giant wins because they didn't have plastic surgery on the referee that just so happens to be Earl Hebner's twin. And change the course that give you WrestleMania 4 or WrestleMania 5's lead up where they have the main event, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, the Mega Powers versus the Twin Towers and the whole thing between Hulk and Macho Man, which leads to what we get. Or I think it was Sergeant Slaughter versus Jim Duggan. That was another one. But those are the differences. You have the primetime specials. Then you have the one that changes the course of wrestling. So it could be either or. We'll find out. But what are some of your favorite Saturday night's main event or main event moments?
Oh, man. You know what? Honestly, I'll say this. I always thought the promos were elite for Saturday night's main event. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about some of the stuff that Ted DiBiase got off, and some of the, I mean, obviously the Warrior Macho Man, but like, man, some of those promos, like it was death and destruction, and I'm like, how's your wife? Like there was a lot of things being thrown out there on Saturday night's main event that I was like, oh man, this is pretty wild. Man, I know I've said some of these quite a few times. I mean, hey, look, now in an attempt to be real, obviously, Mega Powers exploding. Pause. That scene in the doctor's room where
in the medical facility in the arena.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that's obviously up there. I think hey, even the aspect of Jake the Snake Roberts getting ready to level whichever one came through the curtain when he was going to hit Elizabeth or the Macho Man after the celebration. I think Saturday night's main event was where the Cobra bit Savage too, wasn't it? Or was that But was that Saturday
they
night's main event?
Showed it.
Okay.
They showed it there, which led to Tuesday night in Texas.
Yeah. Okay. Man. Oh, come on. How can I forget this? Hey, Mr. Perfect creating the hardcore title. Mr. Perfect created the hardcore title where he took a chisel and a nail and started just destroying Hulk Hogan's World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship. Like I was like, he breaking the belt. And then for Vince McMahon to come back with it 8 days later to give it to Mankind, 8 years later to give it to Mankind is like crazy.
Boy, when I tell you, I marked out so hard, pause, on that. Like you would have thought I won the lottery. You would have thought I won the lottery the way I was cheering when Mr. Perfect had that hammer and that nail and that chisel and was breaking the belt, and the genius Leaper Lenny Poffo was out there talking in his poem, talking shit. And I was like, yeah. I said that night, Mr. Perfect needs to be the world champion. Of course, it didn't happen, but you could not tell me. Now, some of my favorite moments is going to be about Hulk Hogan getting his ass whooped or something around it. Because when Zeus came out and fucked Hulk Hogan ass up before he wrestled the Big Boss Man, oh my God. Well, we came to school the next day talking about some hit you in the trapezes. Like, what is the trapezes? I don't know. They said that shit on wrestling the other night. Like, motherfucker, bow. It's like, oh no, Zeus from No Holds Barred. Can't believe it. This is so real. Like, yo, Vince McMahon sold that shit. You thought that Vince McMahon was about to tell us that Hulk Hogan was about to die at the hands of a black man. Of course, the mega powers collide because, ooh, you looking at me with jealous eyes, Hulk. Ooh, that Hulk is like, no, macho. Got his ass beat. But another one just so happens to be, I guess you could say, for Hogan. So just shows you that I'm not, even though I don't fuck with dude, I haven't fucked with dude, right. I'm not a hater. And one of those just so happens to be the night where the Macho Man got his ass cleared by Buster Douglas. Now, Mike Tyson was supposed to be in that spot, but Mike Tyson decided to do Asian women and cocaine in Japan and got his ass beat by James Buster Douglas. So because of that, they replaced Mike with Buster, and Buster gave Macho Man a right to the eye, knocked him out, and then at the end of Saturday night's main event, you just had Macho holding his eye like this in the back and shit. That was the rematch. For those who might not know, that was the rematch of WrestleMania 5. Yeah. So, and James Buster Douglas was the undisputed champion at the time. Yeah, so man. That is another moment. So
life comes at you fast, man.
Man, yeah, it did, and it came for James Buster Douglas fast too, because Evander Holyfield whooped his ass after that. And Evander Holyfield has his own Saturday night's main event moment because he knocked out MVP. Same situation. Yeah. So my question to you is, now that we know this is coming, this is a big deal because wrestling on network television can be massive. Now, years later, they tried to do it again, and it just didn't work out. They tried to do it in the 2000s, and it just didn't hit like that. They did have some cool moments, John Cena and Edge for one, but the ratings just wasn't out there. But wrestling is in a boom right now that I think not only this will work, I think this would be great for professional wrestling, would be great for sports entertainment. But what should the first main event be?
Man, well, see, that's difficult for me to say because I'm already thinking just on the color scheme alone, they're going to make Cody Rhodes the main event. However, I think that this should be a space where the mid-carders shine because of the rosters being so deep on just in the WWE period.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Pause. Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. This is for the wrestling fans out here. I mean, for the sports fans out here. This is weird. I have to interrupt this because I've never seen this before. Yeah. Adam Schefter has a video on his social media account. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was detained by police on his way to the stadium for a moving violation. And they have video of this. Tyreek Hill is on the ground getting handcuffed.
Whoa.
Don't they know he got a game today?
Wow.
Why are we doing all that? Like, why are we doing all this?
Right.
If they got a game today.
Like they don't know.
And Calais Campbell. Him and Calais Campbell are handcuffed and arrested.
Mm.
Yo, this is wild.
Wow. But like, it ain't like he a rookie. And this is his first game. Everybody should know who Tyreek Hill is, especially in Miami right now. Yo, that's nuts. That's nuts.
It ain't worth doing all that. Now you about to go look at. Now you got to go back to work, looking embarrassed. It's like that's the first day of the NFL season. Now I think Tyreek Hill is gonna go off. I am so glad I got him on fantasy.
Oh yeah,
I'm so glad. Because now he about to run. He's about to run.
I'm definitely getting on Prize Picks after this.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so that was your breaking news. It's going to happen when we do First Black Champ. But back, yes, it sounds exactly like the golfer that got arrested at the golf tournament.
Yo.
Exactly like that.
What? Yeah. Hey, look, hey man. What kind like they literally now just hiring anybody that want to be police now? Like that's we can't have the same protocol for fast food associates and workers that we do have for police. We just cannot. We cannot, bro. We gotta stop.
All right, so, hey, back to Saturday night's main event. We're talking about that right here on First Black Champ, J.R. Bank, Cam from the Port. Where we at with this, man?
So I was gonna say, but I think overall it should be for like the mid card or whatever, because the rosters are deep. So part of me would like to see Braun Breaker in that main event slot, or even the LA Knight in that main event spot. And I'm this is not me saying that neither one of them won't be there, because
wait a minute, Jeff Darlington is there too. Yo, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Camp, just so you know, Jeff Darlington was the ESPN reporter that broke the golfer getting arrested for a similar situation. Like he
ain't setting this up, is he? Like, hey, listen, hey, look, hey, man, hey, let's keep it real. If somebody is always around when somebody else is getting arrested, it's usually them. That's usually them. That's the one. That's the said or did something.
Man, wow,
man. Yeah, no. You gotta look at those conspiracies, man. You gotta look into them, man, because everything ain't so coincidental. I'll tell you that.
I'm putting in the Not Gonna Hold You text group. Jeff Darlington always on the scene like Peter Parker. He always that. All right, so Braun Breaker.
Well, yes. And I think eventually it will get to that. I would love to see a time where Braun Breaker or LA Knight are main eventing. But hey, here's what it really is. And this is really the only answer in my mind. And matter of fact, I think I've already seen in the chat. Roman Reigns is headlining the first Saturday night's main event. That's going to be his first official return match. It makes perfect sense because, I mean, hey, he is the greatest part-timer of all time at full-time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the greatest weekend warrior we have ever seen in wrestling. Hopefully they don't waste the clip on one of the Tongans, because that's what we got to call him now in the WWE. It should be Solo versus Roman Reigns. I think, and I'm only saying that only because I think we all are in agreement that Roman versus Jacob Fatu is PLE, one of the big three level match. You know what I'm saying? I think the lowest tier that should be at is like Royal Rumble. Yeah, I got Roman Reigns most likely versus Solo, because their storyline, especially for being the tribal chief, that is Saturday night's main event in a lot of ways. Like those side stories that are very compelling, that are going to lead to something else. And I think that is the one to have because they've already had too many matches. So now it's time for the real match. And what better place than to kick off Saturday night's main event than with those two.
So I'm going to give you a different match.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a match that would be if you're looking for the two biggest names in wrestling to have a match. That's not going to happen at WrestleMania. The first main event, on whether it's the main event or Saturday night's main event, needs to be Roman Cody 3.
Okay.
It needs to be Roman Cody 3. Just like how they did Hulk Hogan and Andre 2. It needs to be Roman Cody 3. However, it's not going to end in a finish that none of us wants, because I don't think if they do another match, we really want to have a finish. So that is going to be, depending on when they do this, that is going to be what officially gives us Roman Rock at WrestleMania. Because The Rock will be the reason why Roman and Cody don't even finish the match. Hey. If they do this, let's say February, because the Royal Rumble happens in February. Yeah. So let's say, for instance, they do it after the Royal Rumble, or that's when we know who's going to win the Royal Rumble. We would know who's won it. Yeah. Now we find out who Roman Reigns is going to take on at the Showcase of Immortals. I would have Roman Cody 3. The Rock costs Roman the title. And that leads to that match right there. And the only reason I see Damien's question right here, and I feel you, I just think they're not going to give us that at Saturday night's main event on NBC. They're going to save that particularly for Las Vegas.
Yeah. And they got to. Like, I see the play as they're trying to build Smackdown, and make sure everybody carries over to USA Network, and then they got the other situation. They got the new commentator. They're moving the pieces around to make it make sense for everybody. But no, anything Rock Roman, dare I say, is bringing in 9 figures minimum. Yeah, just off the hype, just the aspect of, oh, this is going to happen. Like the only other place not WrestleMania that I see Rock versus Roman happening is somehow they make it make sense for the first day of Raw on Netflix.
Right.
They'll be like, no, we want to get 1 billion subscriptions today. So look, like we need Rock Roman to main event the third entire hour of Raw. That's the only place, because that anytime The Rock is out there now and he's making it clear, hey, it's a money play, and he ain't doing the 8-figure money. He ain't doing the 7 or 8-figure money plays no more. He doing the 9, potentially 10 ones now.
Pause. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
That was real crazy.
It's my bad.
That's Paul's words. He said, "Yo, he's doing the 9, possibly 10."
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Hey, so now let's go back to SmackDown being on the USA Network on Friday the 13th, first episode. The SmackDown first episodes on anything always hit. Just going back to the first episode of SmackDown when it was a network special. It turned into a show where we had The Rock versus Triple H, and the super kick that happened. Triple H ended up becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. So in that vein, we have Cody Rhodes versus Solo in a steel cage.
Yes.
The first episode of SmackDown on USA. Is there a possibility that Cody Rhodes will drop the belt on next Friday?
No. No, because Solo is still not the guy he needs to be to make that happen. It's just not. It's one of those situations where, you know what, under any other circumstance, I would agree with you, but I just don't see it for Solo because he's just not doing what needs to be done, man. Everything that he is a part of, he is the afterthought. Shoot, Nick Aldis could have went out there and said, "Hey, we're gonna do Jacob Fatu versus Cody Rhodes."
I mean,
for the in the steel cage versus the title.
You saw what happened.
Yeah, hey, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And then now we're talking what you talking.
Yeah,
like,
when Cody Rhodes said, "Nah, I don't want to wrestle you," Jacob Fatu, I was like,
yeah. So
okay,
and Cody's not stupid. He know what they want to see, because now Solo Sikoa is becoming, and I want to make sure I use the right person. Solo's becoming Dolph Ziggler.
Ooh.
And it's where we're gonna book you in the high profile match. We're gonna book you in the title match. But you know how this ends, right? Like, hey, go out there, give the best performance you can. But now you ain't got nothing coming. And the thing is, and I don't think anybody would disagree that Dolph Ziggler is a hell of a performer. Hey, he's a former world champion.
2 times.
And you know what I'm saying? And he's had those matches. But anybody else, you can't make his star too bright. You can't make the star of the other person too bright, because now we don't need him. And that's what Solo is becoming to me.
Now, I'm conflicted because of my guarantee.
Let's go.
And it's twofold. So, Damien, get out my head. I think on Friday we're going to get the first tease of Rock Roman. Think we're going to get that first tease. You can't tell me that The Rock not going to show up on his show.
Oh, yeah.
It's The Rock show.
For sure.
You're not going to tell me that The Rock is not going to show up in no capacity. But I also think that Jimmy Uso is going to return, and he's going to cost Solo the championship. So I think that we're going to get a tease of what's to come for WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
And Jimmy is going to be like, "Nope, little brother, nope, you ain't getting it." But I'm wondering when they're going to debate. I wonder when they're going to debut Tala Tonga.
Okay.
Was it Herculeo? I'm wondering when it's going to do that. So again, The Rock has to show up on USA. It's his show.
Yeah.
It's the debut of it, and they need something big.
Mm-hmm.
And I think The Rock, not saying he has to be involved with I ain't even saying he got to be in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that The Rock gonna be there in some type of capacity, and his presence gonna be felt. And that's when we're going to get the first tease of what's to come in April of 2025.
Mm-hmm.
But Jimmy is going to cost Solo the championship. And that's going to start the process of Roman Civil War. We may even get Jimmy versus Solo at Bad Blood.
And I'm here for that. I'm actually here for that. Because to me, that would be the biggest help to Solo. Get the guy that was supposed to be the guy in Jay's spot to go against the guy that, you know what I'm saying, that is supposed to be in Roman's spot. Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. So we'll see. And then there's going to be a title match for Cody. I just don't know who that's going to be. I just don't think it's going to be Solo.
Yeah. The way it's looking, strictly on the SmackDown roster, it's Andrade.
Well, I won't say it's not going to be Andrade because Andrade is going to wrestle Mello for the #1 contender spot to go up against LA Knight.
And then this is all gonna happen before. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. Damn, it's the.
I think
it's my bad.
I think it's more likely that we might see Kevin Owens get pissed.
Yeah, I forgot what day it is. Yes, no.
Yeah, I think it's more likely between this Friday or the Friday after next. Kevin Owens is going to get pissed and kick Cody in the nuts.
Yeah, it's about that.
And then we're gonna get that. It's about that time, especially after he got his ass beat and Cody wasn't there. For you young niggas, go watch or go Google Hulk Hogan, Paul Orndorff. When I tell you things it's not nothing new under the sun with this wrestling shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Not saying it's gonna happen. Just Google Hulk Hogan, Paul Orndorff. Let me give you a brief synopsis. WrestleMania 1. Paul Orndorff takes the pin when it's Hulk Hogan and Mr. T versus Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper first main event at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
After that, Roddy Piper then was like, "Fuck you, Paul Orndorff, because you cost us the match." Paul Orndorff was like, "Nigga, Ace hit me upside the head with the damn cast." That's Bob Orton, Randy Orton's dad. Mm-hmm. So then the face turn is complete. And now Hulk Hogan, Paul Orndorff is running around Hulk Hogan. But Paul Orndorff, they got him a lame and wanted to be Hulk Hogan. Mm-hmm. Not saying that Kevin Owens is that, but he running around with him. Paul Orndorff kept getting his ass beat, and Hulk Hogan kept being somewhere else. So Paul Orndorff was like, "Fuck this shit. Let me just go ahead and holler at Bobby Heenan."
Right.
He fucked Hulk Hogan ass up, which led to the big event where Paul Orndorff lost by disqualification, but he power drive Hulk Hogan. He broke his clavicle. He broke his clavicle. And then they had the match on Saturday night's main event in the cage where they both touched the ground first. At the same time, Joey Morella said that Hulk Hogan touched the ground first. The dastardly referee, Danny Davis, said, "Nah, man, the heel. Paul Orndorff did it." And then they wrestled again in the cage, and then Hulk Hogan became victorious. I can see that happening. I can see Kevin Owens like, "Fam, I'm always getting my ass whooped, and you ain't around, but when your ass needs some help, I'm pulling up." Nah, fam. And like you said, now I'm back on my old shit. Shouts out to our man Ray. I'm back on my old shit. Now we wrestling that bad blood. Like, wait a minute, what?
Like on January 1?
Yeah. Now, like, wow, we starting off the new year. But we'll see what happens on that first episode of SmackDown on the USA Network.
For sure.
As far as Raw goes, the season premiere of Raw happens this Monday. And on this Monday, Bret Hart is going to be where he lives at, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He's going to pull up the Raw. So, Kev, I told you this before the show. Mm-hmm. I see the vibes here, y'all. I see the finesse here.
Mm-hmm.
If you know CM Punk and you watched him since he's been back in the ring, especially AEW, since he's only wrestled a handful of times in the WWE, won his first match in 10 years at Bash in Berlin. He loves recreating Bret Hart shit.
Yeah.
He loves creating Bret Hart matches. He loves putting some of that shit in his draws or his wrestling long johns. Oh, shit. Did we get more breaking news?
Yeah, Dak with the 4-year.
Oh, look at this. Oh, yeah. He's just breaking news all through this shit. A 4-year, $250 million contract extension that makes him the highest paid player in NFL history and keeps him in the boy. Look at the wrestling shit. The wrestling shit mixed in with all of the shit. That's what I'm talking about. So let me tell the team. Let me tell
one thing that Jerry Jones is going to do is he is going to totally obliterate the pay scale for quarterbacks. He is going to totally obliterate the pay scale for quarterbacks, man. I respect it though. He's just like, look, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is.
Hey,
like,
look, let me.
We paying over here.
Yeah, let me see. Let me make sure. I got to do the work at the same time. Bang whams. Or there we go. For the beat or magic. All right, there we go. There we go. So Dak is. I wonder what that bread looks like. But yeah, so that means, you know what that means, Bears fans. Bears fans, you know what that means, right? Hey, is there enough money for Michael Parsons? Is there enough money? Is this thing on? Is there enough money for Michael Parsons? If there isn't, I know a team that needs another defensive end, y'all. I know a team that got an extra draft pick to give y'all because the Carolina Panthers ain't going to be shit. I'm just saying. We're going to move on. Now, Bret Hart is going to be on Raw this Monday. Like I said, CM Punk loves him some Bret Hart. Yeah. I can see. I'm going to tell y'all my vision. I'm going to tell y'all my vision. I can see a world where Bret Hart music comes on. And he comes in the ring and he's talking. And then you hear Drew McIntyre's music plays. Because we don't know after this ass whoop that he just got, we don't know if CM Punk gonna even be in the building. He got his ass beat again. So, Drew McIntyre is talking to Bret Hart, telling Bret Hart how he ain't shit. He ain't never gonna be shit. Matter of fact, you wasn't shit. You still ain't shit. And you'll never be shit. That was a play on the best that is, the best that was, best that ever will be. So he starts to threaten Bret Hart. And then what happens from there is we hear CM Punk. Music comes. CM Punk runs down there. And they're fighting. And Drew McIntyre is about to get ready to hit CM Punk with the Claymore. CM Punk falls to the ground. Bret Hart gets Claymored, y'all. I see a world where Bret Hart gets Claymored on Monday. It's already bad blood with Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and Bret Hart. CM Punk's wrestling daddy basically is right there. I see a world where Drew McIntyre tries to Claymore that man. He ends up Claymore Bret Hart. Then Bret Hart sits there and he holds his wrestling daddy head in his hands. And he's now more angrier than ever that Drew McIntyre had his bracelet made by his wife that has his wife's name and his daddy on there. Well, not his daddy, his dog.
Yeah, well, and Drew's nut residue.
Yeah, it was in his nut residue because he had it in his wrestling drawers. And he says, Drew, you, me, Hell in a Cell. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I forgot. Drew took the residue bracelet, broke it, put it in his mouth on Monday. Pause.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So,
oh man,
that's my other guarantee. Bret Hart getting Claymore will lead to a Hell in a Cell match. And yeah, Damien Wrestling Daddy. CM Punk, half of CM Punk's first 5 minutes of the match be like Bret Hart moves and shit. Like it'd be like random Bret Hart matches. It'd be Bret. This is what happened with Bret Hart versus Virgil. This is what happened when Bret Hart wrestled Damien Demento, and it'd be like the whole sequence and shit. Yeah. So yeah, I have it. That's my guarantee that Bret Hart is gonna get Claymore.
Man, hey, you know what? Hey, listen. As long as see the announcers. You need Michael Cole for this moment. He hasn't been kicked like that since Bill Goldberg.
Joe Tessitore was dope on Raw.
Yeah,
he was dope on Raw.
Yeah.
So I can see Joe Tessitore being like, "Oh my God, oh wow, oh no." And you know that Bret Hart has been suffering the injury since he retired due to the hands of Goldberg. He's had strokes. He gets kicked in the head. Oh no, this is not good. Right. This is not good. The whole crowd is getting quiet. Yeah. It's all somber. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got Wade Barrett that's gonna come through like, fam, you tweaking. What is you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, Monday might be a somber day as far as wrestling goes.
Yeah, I know my Monday is gonna be a solid Raw.
So y'all better get ready for it. Which that's being said, hey man, y'all get ready for it. It's the season premiere, and we need something for it to be lit. Mm-hmm. Now we can say the John Cena Gunther shit for night one of Netflix.
Yeah.
But Bret Hart taking one for the team, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that's gonna be wild, man. Because Bret don't salute to the legend, but Bret don't look like. All right, I'm with you.
You don't look like Bret Hart can take a bump.
Hell no.
Hey, man. Think Bret Hart should not take a bump?
Bret Hart look like if he stubbed his toe, it might be a hard night. Like, yeah.
Hey man, his Black Queen got him.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, look,
Snoopy and Black Queen got him.
He got just enough strength for that. He got just enough strength for that.
Hey man, hey, it's Goldberg's fault.
Yeah, it is. It is. And Goldberg, hey, to answer your question, you haven't apologized enough, bro. No. You haven't. We were supposed to get the Shawn Michaels Bret Hart match in 2000. Like, we didn't get it because of you. Because of you. You know what I'm saying? We need Jesus Freak. Shawn Michaels was supposed to wrestle Bret Hart. It was supposed to happen. You ruined it. They still have a rubber match that has to get done, and it can't because of your actions.
We barely got Bret Hart Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I mean, not Bret Hart Hulk Hogan, excuse me. We barely got Bret Hart Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
Damn, Damien, that's wrong. That's so, man, do you got any guarantees?
Oh, man.
You got any guarantees, fam?
Man, you know what? I don't have any really cool guarantees this week. I will just say that I guarantee that this fourth quarter wrestling is about to be special because of all the moves that they are making and attempting to make. With the premiere of Smackdown on USA, and with everything that's just geared up for the John Cena retirement. Remember, we still got Roman Reigns out here. Like there's so much going on right now that is going to have nothing to do with how this fourth quarter is going to end. And that's what's exciting about wrestling. Like we're expecting, matter of fact, let's do this. I guarantee there's going to be a big moment every month as we close out this year going into 2025. There's just too much going on in the world of wrestling. It's so much great and positive things going on that unfortunately and probably fortunately for this young man, we don't need to cover Odyssey Jones right now until
That's still a weird situation that we don't have enough information on.
Yeah,
I saw a Twitter account that was detailing some things. Yeah.
So I mean, man, I'll tell you what. This is disheartening, and I'll just leave it at this. Is like, man, we're 2 for 2 on those black NXT stars that we think are going to be in that next stratosphere that just so happened to not quite make it. I'm starting to believe in a little bit more than just circumstance and coincidence, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. We'll see what happens though. But look,
sure,
we're not going to be recording next week. It's a big day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's a big day for one half of First Black Champ.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Do y'all have a broom? Like y'all gonna do the nigga shit and jump a broom?
Doubtful. But no, I do. We do have probably a potential surprise right after the chapel ceremony. Hey man, not to get too serious on all of y'all, but yes, this is the runway to one of the biggest weekends of my life, and there's a different feeling, energy around this one. I'll be respectful of everybody to say. I'll be respectful to everybody at the same time as I say, man, I'm really happy to be in this space and doing what I'm about to do, which is getting married for anybody that is unaware. We'll be in Vegas. Having a good time, engaging in earth party favors. And hey, we're going to go ahead and get married at the same daggone time. Salute to everybody that can make it out. Salute to everybody that wants to make it out. And just know, man, we taking the show on the road. You know what I'm saying? After we get our weekend together, we'll probably do like a 1-year celebration. We like to party. We like to party. And I'm with somebody that parties way more than I do. So now I can chill and be the weirdo, listen to the music and complain about the DJ in the corner. That's what I like to do. But yes, very happy for this momentous occasion. I've talked to some people that have, remarried maybe 2 or 3 times, and they say, hey man, you most likely got it right this time, and I hope you two stay alive and together and happy. I was like, oh man, well that's awesome. Thank you.
Oh shit! Whoa! Do we got another announcement?
Oh, the NFL going crazy for
God damn, we got another. Is this the real?
A little bit PG.
Wait a minute.
I don't think the WWE is going to stay that PG, to be honest. It sounds like a good idea now.
Lamar is doing the Super Bowl halftime show, niggas.
Wait, what?
Whoa!
Wait, what? You said Kendrick Lamar's doing the halftime show by himself?
I just got the tweet. Kendrick Lamar. We got sports and wrestling. We got sports and wrestling in this bitch today. Yo, Kendrick Lamar is doing the Super Bowl halftime show.
Wow. Yo, we need a camera on Taylor Swift now.
Yo,
we need the camera on Taylor Swift. Like somebody check her live. Somebody check the Chiefs game. Do something. I gotta know how she feels about this.
Wow, we got a lot of wrestling and football news.
Yeah,
today.
For sure.
Wow, did you ever think? Okay, I'm trying to think here. Like, we've had people do hip hop. We've had people do hip hop now do the halftime show. But Kendrick Lamar, that's probably going to be the blackest hip hop. Hey, we thought the shit that happened
with Beyonce and the Panthers.
With Beyonce and shit.
Yeah, no, it's the ante is definitely upped. That is very surprising for it to be Kendrick Lamar, but I think 2024 has proved to us that Kendrick Lamar's fan base is way bigger and diverse than we truly thought it was.
Now I gotta send this to the other team too,
because not for nothing. And it's not like I'm trying to reignite the beef, but the only rapper / artist that I saw doing that like 100%, like being in this spot, was Drake. That's the one I saw. I saw Drake and Taylor Swift being the next 2 Super Bowl performances, if I'm being totally honest.
So
Chris Stapleton.
So to transition from one thing that we love to another, Drake feel when he sees Kendrick Lamar is doing the halftime show?
Oh, he mad that that the CFL ain't gonna be a good equalizer. That's he better hope the Toronto Blue Jays make the World Series.
Damn.
I don't know. Like, hey, look, you can't counter that. There's no counter to that. Like. And Drake has done some pretty, impactful and big events. You know what I mean? But no, man. This is not going to be one he can't this whatever he does is the little joker at best. Because it's the Super Bowl. It's an American artist. It's the biggest event next to or parallel to or slightly above WrestleMania. I don't see Drake performing at WrestleMania. Even if he did go to the World Series again, he had to perform every single game. Like it just, Drake really, he lost this year. 21-1.
Wow.
Sorry, sir. 21-1.
He's the Undertaker.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
21-1, man. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
Jeez.
Oh, hey, Justin Fields starting after all today.
Yeah. Wow. Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl halftime show in New Orleans.
Oh,
that means Lil Wayne coming out. You can't tell me Kendrick Lamar's favorite rapper is Lil Wayne. You cannot tell me now that Lil Wayne is not going to be a part of this halftime show.
So if you're saying all of that, then what you're literally telling me is that we're going to get an answer to that. Is there beef between Drake and Lil Wayne? That's what you're telling me now.
You can't tell me that Lil Wayne is not going to be a part of Kendrick Lamar's halftime show.
Yeah.
You can't. You just cannot.
In New Orleans. Andrew
That's his
will
favorite
come
rapper.
out too.
That's his favorite rapper of all time. You can't tell me. That call already in place, and they not only recording. Matter of fact, hey, we've been expecting this Kendrick Lamar album. That's just waiting now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's getting in January now. No, excuse me, we're getting in February now.
Yeah.
We're getting Kendrick Lamar during Black History Month in New Orleans.
With a new album.
For the new album. Because
jeez.
Maybe I can ask somebody, but yeah, that album seems to be pushed back.
Yeah, no, for sure. No reason for that to drop in the fourth quarter now.
Not
unless he has to do a new song that has to be at the Super Bowl. It's gonna wait till Super Bowl Sunday. Like, see, look, and the other history making part of this as well is yes, there is, that moment of your streams getting the uptick after your Super Bowl performance because they want to hear the classics again. But for a new Kendrick Lamar album, what I would say, even in this microwave digital era, everything that we say about this era that's negative, who's still guaranteed to do 250, and that's from the low end. That's a really big deal. That's a really big deal.
What if we get back that ass up at the Super Bowl?
Oh, we definitely are.
What?
We definitely are.
We getting back that ass up at the Super Bowl, Jack?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't look. Kendrick Lamar. Oh, we look. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa. We wind that. There is a chance that we can still get Taylor Swift at this.
Oh, yeah. Bad Blood. Yeah. And that's the teaser for her to get the next year. So Taylor Swift's going to do 26. Whoa. For perspective, and this is no reaching at all. Kendrick Lamar headlining your Super Bowl. Wayne, Juvie, Taylor Swift. That's enough. That's enough. And then, hey, because I don't believe it's not gonna happen either. J-Rock will be there because Wynn has to play if TDE is there. Yeah, no, man. Hey, listen, respectfully. Yeah, that Dr. Dre one was good for hip-hop. But this one is the bar.
Boy, we about to get not like us at the Super Bowl, Ken.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, and it's going dun, dun, dun,
with the band. Oh, my God. It's going to be a lot.
That's all going to.
The Southern. Oh, my goodness. The Southern Marching Band is about to be playing.
Yo.
Not like us at the Super Bowl. Oh, my God.
But the transition from Not Like Us into Back That Ass Up is going to go crazy, though. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Damien, I'm sorry, man. But no, and no way. Because look, Taylor Swift is going to show up just for the haters to be like, oh, I don't like all this rap stuff at the Super Bowl. I was like, hey, but Taylor Swift showed up. Taylor Swift got her whole hook off. So, yeah, man. No, I can definitely see that. I can see that.
Bruh.
Wow. That's going to be pretty big.
Bruh, the Grambling. Let me put this out here now. Here's my Super Bowl. My Super Bowl guarantee. Now that we know that Kendrick Lamar will be the Super Bowl headliner. Lil Wayne will be a part of it. That's his favorite rapper. It's in New Orleans. Lil Wayne to be a part of it. I will not be surprised if Juvenile does Back That Ass Up at the Super Bowl now. You might get like, what's that? The Zydeco? What's that group name? The Buckwheat Zydeco? They might be a part of it because white people like Buckwheat Zydeco. Yeah. And the Southern and Grambling Marching Band will be a part of this. They will act like they're going to battle. And then they're going to do Not Like Us with each other. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good.
Yeah.
And Drake going to be sitting there like, fuck you all.
Yeah, man. Hey, Kendrick Lamar turning the entire United States against Drake is probably one of the funniest moments in hip hop.
It's like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart.
Yeah, hey, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hey. And the fans win. The supporters win. It just is what it is. Like now we're in a really great time. We're in a really great time of moments in hip hop, man. No matter what side you pick or what side you felt should have won or whatever, we're in a great time for hip hop. That is awesome. Wow. That's all I got. That's all I got.
So hey, close us out.
Man, hey, listen, man, we thank y'all for checking out the FBC Ticker Show today. Man, we definitely appreciate y'all checking out the content, the conversation, all of you contributing in your own great and special way. likes, comments, shares, adding to the live thread, the support. Hey, look, I think we're on Threads. I'm going to find our account on Threads and I'm going to follow it because, I officially got on Threads because like that now IG is just pushing me there. So I was like, all right, let me see what's over here. But yes, man, obviously Bang and I could do this show by ourselves, but you contributing to the community in your own special way makes it that much more special. So we have extreme gratitude and we thank you. And also always remember that if you ever want to talk about wrestling in an unconventional way, you do so by checking out the First Black Champ podcast. Pick, VP, DOC, and we are out. Fuck Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah, but I got another one. What if like Jay Worthy and the Whoops is at the Super Bowl?
Hey, I love those guys.